Well, it is all over at Bloemfontein and Toyota Stadium. Bafana 1, Nigeria, Osbari 1. The game ended in 1-1 and Nigeria needed a win to ensure that their hopes for 2026 FIFA World Cup stay alive. But it couldn't be the case as they could not be able to get all 3 points. That is to say, Amatemba Oguya World Cup slightly dying. Not dead yet. I don't think they're dead yet, but slightly dying. As for Bafana, the hopes are all up high. This is my views, my expressions, and if this is your first time here, please do subscribe, share, and tell others that there is my views, my expressions. My name is Siboniso Sizo Wagomnigatisbong, and I'm not alone. I've got Cypos. Hey,
good evening, Bafethu. This is my views, my expressions.
Yeah.
We are looking at Bafana versus Nigeria, a very tense game held at Bloemfontein, where we saw both teams sharing spoils with a 1-1 draw. Very tough game and a very high tactical game between the two sides.
Do you want a leading question or an open question?
I'll say on the side of South Africa, I think...
You didn't get my question. You want a leading question or an open question? How? Nangomunye futhi. This thing ngibuza ithi ngibona ngibuza sixoxela. Ayike madoda. Ayike madoda ke. A leading question is the question that will make you say what I say. An open question is a question that is allowing you to say what you want to say. Let's talk about Mbokazi first before we go on. You had a lot to say about Mbokazi in the past 2-3 weeks, and all those things were not the really good ones, most especially when Sundowns was playing Orlando Pirates on the MTN 8. You were fuming and you said a lot about TLB. All I want to say now is thoughts, please.
Who am I? I'm very young. Even Hugo Bruce changed his mind about Temba's one. So who am I?
Yeah. Is that all?
Yeah, that is all.
Well. I would firstly like to take my hat off to TLB. Wouldn't you like to do the same? Thank you. Say after me. What a beautiful performance. What a beautiful performance by TLB and all the team. In fact, just take me through what you saw, Namhlanje.
Yeah, I think Hugo Bruce did change the game. We were expecting him to be, as much as he wanted to get the 3 points because he was playing home, but he had to be cautious and remember who's Nigeria and read the books on the Nigeria versus South Africa fixture. And not be too ahead of himself, because today was not the end of the world. We still have got 2 games coming, and if you do win today, congratulations. But if not, then 1 point. Why not?
Okay.
Why not? Yeah. So I think he went to this game, as much as I think some of his players are not around due to injuries and many other issues, including teams issues and transfers, all of that. But the way he set up his team today was more like the same like against Lesotho, although there was a bit of a change on personnel, where we saw Samgelo on the left, we saw Mdunyela on the right, ahead of Unyomobu, who had started on that day, and then Samgelo ahead of Ulo. Upremdiba on the left, and then Utabo was replaced by Ungezana, and then UTLP was there. He was there on Friday, He did well on Friday. He did great today. And then in the middle of the park, we saw Batu Sopas ahead of Talent, and then we saw Mkwena, who was there on Friday. And then on this mid front three, which is Mbule started on Friday and they started today, and then there was Nkota on the right, and then Apollos on the left, and then we had Lyle Foster on the right. This is 4-2-3-1 is a formation that is flexible for, would say, you can do either. If Uhlasela, you still have got this mid three who can either play as a forward, and they can make sure they add numbers in the box as much as possible when you attack, and when you defend, they easily shift and add numbers in the middle of the park and ensure that they minimize the space for your opponent, which is what I think has been working for Hugo Broos, and I think he has instilled this thing in the camp, despite notwithstanding who is in the team, but I think he has instilled this type of system to every player, who's, even if you figure with less caps, but you know what, you have to fit into this type of system, and ensure what you apply yourself very well. Very impressed with Usamgelo under today's circumstances, although I don't think he was very good going forward, but I think he dealt with a lot of good balls from Nigeria wingers, including Ulukman, and then he was sometimes Mabemshaya, TLB was always here, and he ensured he clears all the balls around there, and then Usamgelo will recover and ensure he will touch the ball. If they recover, they go back, they regroup, they reshape, and then baqale phansi ball. And then on the side of Ungezane, I think he was a bit challenged together with Mdunyelo. He was a bit challenged because, more especially in the first half, the Rasta man there, number 21, Pasi, he was explosive in that goal that he scored, because he started to
bullied them.
Yeah, he was very explosive. He showed the Premier League, and he started to do Nkota. Nkota was fighting with him in the middle of the park. I thought he was winning, and then that lolly ball, and then this guy, somehow he was now free. Ball la hamba la ngalega right. Malboya uzwa kambon lo muntu, and it's not easy to defend umuntu eseqhamuka la emahlomba akhe, and this very long height yalabantu base Nigeria. So it was a bit of a difficult game, but I think both teams, there was a gap that they left that I feel they should have exploited to give us a much better game. But I'm impressed.
Maybe the stadium had an impact.
Maybe the rain, because I think imvulike yathukuna kancane. But I don't think the stadium was not the very best that we have. We could still use any other stadium, but I mean, I think there were other reasons behind choosing the stadium. I hear the Nigerians complaining about the stadium and all of that, shooting and taking pictures of the external things that do not really matter in the pitch. And I was wondering, if these guys are looking at this, what are they comparing this to on their own home? Because I think their best stadium is that Uyo that was recently built, and if you look at it, it's something very worse than the Toyota Stadium. I mean, guys, let's be respected, please.
Speaking of respect, please respect us and subscribe to our channel if this is your first time. If you are returning, we appreciate your love. Please stay with us and not ever go anywhere. Is there anything that you would like to say, maybe to the Sbaris right now, the Nigers, the Fufus?
Maybe some of it I can't say it on record, but I wanted to go to this mid four between Iwobi Ndidi and the Obas and the Mkwena. I think there was a big battle there. And the guys really showed their character there with Mkwena, Obas, and then obviously Ndidi and this guy Iwobi are playing at the highest level of football in England, and they will go back home asking themselves questions: hey, South African equality.
Is this South Africa? this South Africa? They're playing us in this pitch. This pitch is better. That's why we could not get a win.
Compared to what? Labantu abami mfethu. Yazi labantu bakhathaza mfethu. Yo.
Mfethu, we out of here. Thank you so much for watching.
Asibonge bafethu awalunga ama passports. Angazi ke there are some issues.
Do you have a passport?
I do have one.
A visa?
I will prepare it. Yeah, I'm not.
You know, America is not Lesotho or Swaziland.
Yeah, I will prepare it. I'm just hoping Utu Babu Ramaphosa.
What do you do to get a visa?
I just hope Ramaphosa does iron out the issues that he had with Donald Trump back then.
What do you need to get a visa?
Eh? Angazi, zobos home affairs.
Hey, we out of here.